racist white people more pissed off than me, a white person, trying to educate about racism and trying to educate about what white privilege is and all these things. And it's so funny because these same people will argue with me till they are blue in the face about how they're not racist and we don't live in a racist institution and black and brown people have it so easy and racism doesn't exist anymore. But then they will turn around and say the most racist, ignorant, vile shit you've ever heard in your life. The disconnect is amazing. And this is why I make content like this, because it's so important. Because we do live in a racist institution, and we are all raised in racism as white people. This is simply a fact. And the crazy part about it is every one of us knows this. Even the ones who will sit there and fight with me to the death about it and act like it doesn't exist. Y'all know white people are racist. Y'all know about the casual racism, the casual microaggressions that we are raised in, no matter where we live in this United States of America. And this is why I will never stop. I will never stop trying to educate as a white person about racism and how we need to learn. We need to evolve. We need to do better, because everything in your life will get better when you stop being so ignorant.
What did black people do to be hated so bad and so much? Like, I'm talking beyond slavery. Like, today, still. We was just watching the Hurricane Katrina documentary on Hulu, and I'm like, bruh, like, the folks literally lost everything, and then they came in treating them like they was criminals, and like, and then I was like, and then there was the one scene where they was saying how if they seen them, they was just shooting them, and the old white guy with the beard was like, yeah, man, it was like open season and some, and then the dude was like, well, how many do y'all think? It doesn't matter, who really cares? I'm like, bro, like, we really done been through some stuff. And then I was telling my wife, I'm like, them same people in them documentaries, like, they still alive. It was only 20 years ago. Like, some of these people are still alive. We got no clue who they are, but that same energy, that same mindset still lives amongst us. And what bothers me the most is, like, everybody done always hated us, and then we help them out by hating ourselves. Like, we can't come together and work together. So we kind of, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't know, bro. It bothers me.
My point today is, well, not today, but at this moment, like, why does Black joy bother some white people? And some other groups, but majority is white people. And not all of you, you know what I'm talking about. You ever notice how the group of black folks, like, they come together laughing, dancing, and just vibing, and suddenly is labeled as too loud, too ghetto, or too much? Jealousy. You know why? Because they couldn't strip that away. And it's surviving. But let's be real, it's not about the volume that's the problem. It's the vibrations, it's the freedom, it's the fact that we can still find joy after centuries of trying to be stripped of who we are.
Every time black progress happens, America always pulls the rug. And this ain't new. We had Reconstruction. Then came Jim Crow. We had the Civil Rights Movement. Then came Nixon's war on black communities. And we got Obama. And then came Trump. Do you see the pattern? This country never gave up on racism. Every time we rise, they always retaliate. Keep in mind, history keeps receipts. You see the pattern? Because I know I do.
They're so insecure that anybody having any sort of education, strengths that they don't have, they feel like it's an attack against them. Conservatives are so insecure that anyone having anything that they don't have, they're going to feel victimized by it.
It's Saturday, so I gotta put y'all up on some more game before I head to Barnes & Noble. I'm getting a new book. Okay, listen. Another thing I've realized, y'all, is that a lot of people have not adjusted to the fact that black people aren't poor anymore. Yep, you heard me. A lot of people have not adjusted to the fact that black people have their education now. And I truly believe that's why we're having some of the problems that we're having. We can read now. Like, and I do the quotation marks because it's like, it's an expression. That's why we're having so many issues, y'all. They haven't caught up to this. This is why when you're riding that certain car, right, or when you move in that neighborhood, people stopping you, asking you where you live. It's a new dawn. It's a new life. It's a new life for me. So y'all, when y'all are in certain spaces, carry that information with you into the world. That a lot of people still think black people are like super poor here.
Hello guys, welcome back to my social commentary. I hope you are doing good and you are watching this video. Literally, the black doesn't have to do anything to be hated. It's like this hatred is from within, from the white racial people. This is more likely that you are meant to exhibit the character or the habit of the background that raised you. If you are being raised with a certain background, as you grow, just like the Bible said that train up a child in the way he should go, and when he's old, he will never depart from it. All these racist white people are those that are being trained up in this racial institution by the whites. So if today is your first time of coming across our video, do well to give it a thumbs up. Tell us what you think about the video in the comment section as we watch what more people have to say about the racial people and how it unfolds. Tell us what you think about this video in the comment section. You're welcome.
It is subtle. It is corrosive. It operates through the state legislatures, through Congress, through the judiciary, through school boards. It cloaks itself in legalities. Because it's so quiet, it's so subtle, you don't see. And so I set out to blow graphite onto that fingerprint, to be able to trace white rage throughout time to 2016. And one of the things that became clear to me as I started thinking through how white rage works, it became clear to me that the presence of black people was not the trigger for white rage. It is the presence of black people with ambition. The presence of black people with drive. The presence of black people with aspirations. The presence of black people who achieve. It's the presence of black people who refuse to accept their subjugation. The presence of black people who demand their rights. That's the trigger for white rage. And this society has therefore punished black resilience and black resolve.
One thing I really hate about being a black creator on this app is that anytime I talk about my accomplishments, people, and I'm talking about white people here, they always want to undermine what I have to say, challenge my expertise as if I don't know what I'm talking about and I didn't get into Princeton and earn over $2 million in scholarships for a reason. Stop projecting your insecurities and your sense of inferiority onto me. I'm successful and I deserve everything that I have. I don't have what I have because I'm a black woman or because I'm a minority. If anything, it's been a lot harder to get to where I've gotten because of these parts of my identity. And it's super frustrating because regardless of all of the animosity that I get and the people undermining me, I'm still here to help and offer scholarships and offer resources, and people just want to sit here and try to tear me down regardless. Like, stop. I'm going to be successful and nothing that you say is going to take away from that. So just stop wasting your time.
The goalpost is constantly moved once a black person is overachieving. One thing they're going to do is move the goalpost if a black person is exceeding expectations. Like, it literally happens all the time. It happens in the workplace. It happens in media and really music, from what I'm really thinking about, and awards, literally elections, the presidency, like achievements, period. It seems like the goalpost is always moved when black people are achieving or really succeeding. Like when they burned down Tulsa, quite literally. Black Wall Street, burnt that down, got rid of it because what? Black people were achieving, overachieving, and then goalposts were moved. Just like with taxes and, oh my God, literally basically the whole system in general. Every goalpost seems to be moved when a black person is exceeding expectations, when they are succeeding in a big way. And I've always noticed that, and it's crazy.
Being black and upper class has in no way been a persecution for me. It has, however, been a front row seat to a kind of white rage that affects everyone, no matter what social, racial category you slot into in society. This rage flies under the radar, it's made invisible, it's been around for a long time, it runs on the same economic, political playbook that it has since the end of the Civil War, and it's hurting all of you. All of you. Unless you're Jeff Bezos, but that's not you. A very small example of this is a couple of years back, I was all dressed up with black and white cousins. We're all dressed up. There's a good group of us, maybe 12, and we're going to the symphony. This symphony is it's manned by tons of volunteers, right? People who want to help you, people who are excited to see young people come to the symphony. And we get there and I've got my 8 or 9 tickets all connected. And this older white woman, member of my community, is doing the scanning. I can tell from the get-go, she doesn't really want to help me. She's peeved. And I'm thinking, why? I've got this huge group of people coming in. Like, this is a win for the local community symphony. So she scans all my tickets, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She gets to the 8th or 9th one. I don't remember how many exactly we had. It doesn't beep. Now, mind you, I had to pick up these tickets at will call with an ID, with my name. And she knows this because she's a volunteer before I come to her. She scans the last ticket that has the symphony's name on it. I mean, it's got all the official stuff. And she explodes with this quiet anger and this total frustration. Like, she's just like, she knew it. She knew I was a thief. And she loudly, in front of everybody, accuses me basically of stealing a ticket and attaching it to the legitimate tickets, which is how you should do crime. Now, that's a ridiculous thing. We sorted it out. We found out that yes, while she was following the rules as to what to do if, I guess, a thief comes and attaches a fake ticket to a bunch of real tickets, she did not know how to use her scanner properly. But instead of having customer service, instead of thinking about how one should approach this, she responded with the anger that was already inside of her. She'd already assumed and knew that this kind of place was not for people like us. And she didn't want to have to let us in. And if she could get us out on a technicality, on a quiet rule, and she threw up her hands, I can't help you, I can't do anything, she would. That is a very tiny, low-stakes example of the work Carol Anderson, as a historian, has done in looking at the documented and demonstrated examples of rulemaking and code making that certain people in higher classes have used to quietly make sure that lower class whites and black people with wealth cannot get ahead. When Carol Anderson decided to write White Rage, it had come after she had been asked for the Washington Post to write an op-ed in the wake of August 2014 when the Black Lives Matter riots were exploding. Her critique was that we were looking at black rage. We were looking at physical anger, destruction of property, all those different things. And she was making it very clear in that first essay and then in her book that you can't understand this rage unless you understand the other kind of rage. That's the rage that uses your political power, your legal power, to write laws and little caveats into things to make sure that you undermine the wealth of people believed to be black, and you make sure that people who are believed to be white, who are in lower classes, never politically come together with those people.
Oh, and not all of you, you know what I'm talking about. You ever notice how the group of black folks, like they come together laughing, dancing, and just vibing, and suddenly it's labeled as too loud, too ghetto, or too much? Jealousy. Jealousy. You know why? Because they couldn't strip that away. And it's surviving. But let's be real, it's not about the volume that's the problem. It's the vibrations, it's the freedom, it's the fact that we can still find joy after centuries of trying to be stripped of who we are. We still make something out of nothing. You understand? See, black joy is like disruptive in certain people. It challenges, and where we're supposed to be broken, angry, and silent, it's like loving, living, and celebrating. So it's not just confusion, it's threatening to a certain group of people. Because black joy, for us, it's power, it's resistance, it's healing, it's ancestral. Of all the things they said we could not do, it's lies. Remember, we were here way before other groups were here. And now our happiness is not a performance, it's reclaiming who we said we always were. So the next time somebody looks uncomfortable with your black joy, remember that you're not the problem. They're just uncomfortable and can't believe that after all this time, we are still celebrating who we are and who we are meant to be and who we are growing to be. So tell me, have you ever felt like your joy made somebody else uncomfortable? Let's talk about it, y'all. To me, I don't give a flying fuck who feels uncomfortable. This is my life, my body, and if you feel uncomfortable, move the fuck away. Right? Because where I was for Black Bike Weekend, we were on the side, I'm not gonna say the grown folks side, but we like our peace. So of course, it was a mix of black and white people. Like, we all around each other. We all talking to each other. You think anybody grabbed their purse because they see bikers in leather? No, they're used to it. They're talking, they're waving, they're like, oh, let me tell me about your bike, blah, 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 blah. These are people talking, not afraid and not jealous. There are some, but we didn't cross any this weekend. Okay? But have y'all ever experienced that? Like, you have enjoyed, you have a celebration, especially with all the graduates. Did you see those comments talking about black fatigue in the comments of Black Joy celebrating the college? See, the point that I'm trying to get at is no one who doesn't, how can I say this? If you black, you understand. It comes naturally, and it doesn't matter what state you from. We all have a common denominator of celebrating our blackness, and people can't stand that. People can't stand that. And I'm not just talking about in America. We go somewhere else. Black Joy is celebrated different ways, but we still have that common denominator of celebrating of what we achieve regardless of the fact. Okay, I'm gonna get off my soapbox.
The reason that they're not comfortable with you making more money than them in financial domination is because that threatens the delusions in their mind of superiority that they've had for years. That narcissistic complex that says they shit don't stink. They have no consequences for their actions. You becoming rich, you becoming self-sufficient, you becoming wealthy through something like financial domination in the sex industry as a black girl, as in an industry that was made to sexualize you, to dehumanize you, to humiliate you, that challenges their stereotypes. That challenges their beliefs. So when you start doing it, they start to tear you down. They start to send people your way so that you're thrown off your path. They try to destiny swap with you. But baby, how you going to destiny swap with the chosen one? How you going to destiny swap with an indigenous person? Some of y'all don't really know why life be kicking your motherfucking ass. And it's because, baby, you are tasting your whole bloodline worth of consequences for them actions. So keep your foot on their motherfucking neck. Don't come off the motherfucking gas for nothing. Charge top dollar. Be the most expensive bitch in your fucking hood. Be the most expensive bitch in your fucking niche. Cause baby, you got these bitches shook.
Hello guys, thank you for watching our video. We really appreciate, and if today is your first time of coming across our video, do well to subscribe to our channel so that more videos like this will pop up your screen, and tell us what you think about this video in the comment section, about this racism, about this topic racism, what you think about it as a person, because this is getting too much. When it is a black person that is exceeding when it is a black person that is exceeding expectation, when a black person is doing great, when a black person is achieving good things, and in the midst of whites that are racist, they will try to throw stones, they will try to do things to turn the table around for that black person. They think a black person is a resistance to their blessing. They think a black person is obstructing their blessing, their good life, their happiness, their joy. They think a black person is there to take away their joy from them. So as you watch this video, tell us what you think about this video. Tell us what you think about racism, so that we keep voicing out our mind about the truth concerning this. Thank God for those that are also telling and voicing out their mind what they think about racism. Let us make it go viral. Like we always say, we are not criticizing, neither are we supporting. All we are doing is publicizing. We are trying to make things go viral. This is a good thing. Let it go viral. Tell us what you think about this video in the comment section. You're really welcome.